Peter, how did the game go?
Well, it was a theoretical battle. I could not really remember the precise, how my preparation went, but over the board I find this idea bishop d8, which is a novelty, and actually I only remember that it was not my analyze, bishop d8, but over the board it looks so nice and it worked perfectly, and as it turned out, now Houdini 3 is already showing it as the second best move, and it's probably practically even the best. And after bishop d8, basically we ended up in a quite drawish endgame where I still had to make one precise move. Knight fd7 was precise, not to let white get knight d4 and knight e5 together. Because if instead of knight fd7 I would play, for example, h6, then there was a motif that knight d4, rook d8, white has knight b5, very important move. And after rook takes d1, knight takes c7, suddenly I get problems. But with knight fd7, basically it just looks like it's a dead draw. And then it was okay. We still nobody wanted to offer a draw, so we made some more moves, and suddenly I see that my opponent blundered with rook b1. And I had like 20 minutes, and suddenly I see that but now I can win a pawn. So I went for it. I took the pawn, and it was clear that how my opponent also reacted, that he blundered it. But then he finds this miracle that he can go back with the knight to c2, and I'm taking the pawn like it happened in the game, knight takes d3, knight e3, and after rook c6, king f1, it's a draw by force. I won a pawn, but suddenly my knight is trapped, and I cannot avoid the repetition of moves. Yeah. So basically, just for a few minutes, it looked like wow, the game turns in my favor, and especially after yesterday's game, where I was clear pawn up and I should have won in 100 ways. But finally, Erwin pulled up a miracle defense. Of course, thanks to my help. But okay. Anyway, yesterday was of course just a catastrophic result. But okay, this game was good, and I'm looking forward for the tournament.
Thank you.